We are back. It's a money match between Ibrahim Kayanja and Habib Sebuguzi being organized here at Tickles and Jiggles in Chiwatule along the Kampala Northern Bypass route at Chiwatule Bridge near Yusef Supermarket. $1,450 at stake for whoever loses this match or whoever wins this match to gain. The scores very tight it is 7-6 and it is Habib in the lead. Very surprising to tell you that Habib's lead came courtesy of winning the first 6 games. Ibrahim Kayanja pulled 4 back straight. Habib made it then 7-5 before Ibrahim Kayanja won the next. The scores are now 7-6. But the momentum is with Ibrahim Kayanja, the guy also nicknamed Musiraamu. This money match almost fell abruptly. I only knew about it around the same time yesterday evening with a call from Habib Sebuguzi as well as the manager of Ibrahim Kayanja, that is Adam Olivander, based in the US. We didn't want to announce it as the national team selection trials were ongoing, as the players had to concentrate on that first. There is no room for error in this match. We knew it was going to be tight, but the way it started off with Habib winning 6 straight and how his opponent has brought respect back to this game, has made it more competitive, has made it open again from both players, is nothing short of commendable. $1,450 is money on me. It's money I have to be given to the player who wins and his management. I'm not so sure there is enough space for the yellow to pot in the corner pocket closest to your screen. As if it is what Habib is aiming, he goes for the other yellow in the varying corner pocket. Maybe not sure of which is the shot he has to play first. Looks undecided. The contact between the white ball and the Ibrahim's red is the reason Habib is knockered. His intention was not good, was not bad. It was for the white ball to bounce off the cushion he's playing now to come and allow him get a good position to pot the yellow. He ended up snookering himself, but at least he responded by coming out of what was a difficult angle. Either way, it is now advantage to Musiraamu. A very skillful player he is. He's not afraid to try and play the fancy shot even when he could have played easier. It is how he wins, it is how he loses. Lost out in a decisive game in today's selection trial against his namesake, the other Ibra, that is Sejemba. And then proceeded on to the losers bracket where he had to play a round robin format against 5 other players. He lost out to 3 of them and won one and drew the other one. A performance which left him last on the losers bracket table and rendering him out of the running for competition for places on the plane representing Uganda at the All Africa Blackball Championships. Here he is, however, producing magic. He has won 7 out of the last 8 frames. After losing the first 6, the scores are now 7. Lots of side-staking in this match. Innocent umpire watching, supporting Musiraamu, but under too much pressure. Laban Ariho supporting Habib under too much pressure. Elia Chimuli supporting Habib under too much pressure because of side-staking money. The table is open. On an open table in blackboard, the players can choose the choice of the color of balls they want to play. You can also use red to play yellow and pot. But Ibrahim Kayanja fouls, therefore Habib will have 2 shots on an open table. Of course, he's at now a big advantage to try and win this frame. And in black ball, after the first shot on an open table, irrespective of whether the player potted or not, the table remains open, therefore it is open. Habib has to pot to close it. Playing red, yes he does. The intention for Habib is very clear, most likely to start with the middle red in the corner pocket where it is directly facing. And by his attacking approach, the center ball will be last, the center red, the one near the center pocket on the left of your screen. It will be potted most probably last. Maybe he can pot that red in the corner pocket and use the white ball to open up the black, as if he's also contemplating to start with the red in the center pocket. I would go for the earlier option because it has a natural position to open up the black. There he does. After that opening of the black ball, the rest is very, very easy. This one, even William Soko can pot. Habib versus the black for game number 8. Yes, he pots. Scores are 8-7, Habib 8, Ibrahim Makayanja 7, and once again the race is 15. We are at Tickles and Jiggles in Kampala. Lucky Molakwana, I say Ibrahim is a butcher. Funny Drake Kapsule. You're saying he's the only player who can take on anyone at any time. Peter Clark, you're watching from Nairobi. You said Habib is the greatest of all time. Ariho Laban, you are watching and crying. Good luck to you. Tarima Derek, I hope to come to Hoima one day. Maybe National Open very soon. Lion Zion Obin, watching from Apa, that is in northern Uganda. Thank you for watching. Dennis, thank you for watching. Organic Greg, you say Musiraamu has switched to seed 1 mode. Yeah, he's playing both for the honor and for the money. Habib once again on the yellows. He pots and gets a very, very, very good white. That is a very, very lovely skill, and some fans actually applaud the shot. Today the fans are very silent observers. It is not very usual in Ugandan pool. Both players actually like the venue, but they do not frequent themselves around the place. They have fans around, but they are not very, very passionate about the players themselves. If Habib, he will start with the easiest of all balls, draws it back very perfectly. Two balls by his standards must be easy balls. He could start with either. The issue is where to get the white for the black, which is also portable. Anyway, I think he's going for the corner pocket target, drawing the white ball slightly backwards to get white ball for black in the corresponding corner pocket. as if he's listening to me. Everything about that shot is picture perfect. Habib leads 8-7 and is about to make it 9 with the pot of this black. Yes, he makes it 9. Ladies and gentlemen, 9-7 Habib against Musiraamu in a money match. Racing to 15 for US dollars 1,450. I'll be back. My name is Peter Chove. Scores are now 10-7. Habib in the lead, meaning he needs 5 while his opponent needs 8. They are racing to 15. It's as if Ibrahim Kanja will use the same energy, the same effort he tried to use in mounting a comeback to level at 7-7 if he is to come back in this match, because it currently counts for nothing because his lead was almost given away. He has an opportunity in this frame. To players of this level, the game looks relatively open. Thank you for watching. Joshua Kafero Makasa, Sech Toliko Ivan Woods, uploading the opportunity for watching pool online. Luanga Shabix, Tawanda Mdogo says Ibra is your guy, you want him to make you proud and you paid rent with that 600. Freddy Sebeleche, you are supporting Ibra. Gary Dutch Prince Jr., Joshua and Escobar. Spice Sevian Sala, thank you for watching from Kamia's home. as Habib misses in what was seeming like a clearance which would increase his lead to 11. It's an opportunity for Kayanja. It's not an open opportunity, but at least an opportunity for him to play in this frame again. He is 7-10 down. Watching from UK, Collins Kuzaishe Makombe. Wamoti Puta from West Pokot in Kenya, welcome to the stream. Asha Raymond Mulindwa, thank you for watching. At times he's capable of pulling off a big shot when he needs one, Ibrahim Kayanja. He likes to pot, he likes to play the white ball as closest as possible to his next ball. And to achieve that, at least he normally uses a lot of skill. He hardly plays normal shots. He hardly hits the white ball in the middle. I'm not sure what he's targeting by this shot. Maybe to play the yellow off the red in the left corner pocket. Not accurate enough. The idea was fine, but it needed more accuracy. Thank you for watching Bamboo Stick from Kerugoya in Kenya. There's a lot going on. Kenya is the next hive of pool. It is clear lots of tournaments being organized. The national team qualification also going on, but on a wider scale. Watching from Zambia, Michael Moi. Bulhan Segawaya in Chota, thank you for watching. Let's see Mafura from Lesotho. Adam Olivander is watching in the morning hours, I think in the afternoon hours of the USA, watching his boy Ibrahim Kayanja trying to fight from down for the second time in this match. It will surely not come easy. It will be more difficult to fight back from Habib because he saw the effect of a fight back a few minutes ago. He will not want to allow his opponent an opportunity to fight back again. Patrick Nyong from Nigeria, you wave your Nigerian flag. Welcome to the stream. Kiguru the Centenarian from Kenya, thank you for watching. Robert Onekalit, manager of Caesar, thank you for watching. I know this time you are probably supporting maybe your captain, but maybe Musiraamu because he's Team Lamour. Good shooting, good shooting, good shooting. Gets a few applauses from a few fans. And the follow-up shot is equally good. The black will be the easiest shot. Normally in sports, when you work hard, you win easy. Ibrahim Kayanja pulls one back. The score is now 10-8. We are at Tickles and Jiggles in Chiwatule in Kampala.
Hello everyone. This is Atune Ian. Peter Chobe has stepped out a bit, so I'll be taking over. As you can see, Ibrahim has guarded the pocket that the black is closest to. So depending on how Habib plays, it can either be a very short one. Usually when someone guards the black, the opponent may become impatient and try to come up with ways of opening the pocket that has been closed. But Habib has some experience, in fact a lot of experience, and it has prompted him to try and make the frame a little bit more difficult for Musiraamu to finish, but as you can see, it was quite a difficult one, this one. So the way things are looking, Musiraamu is going to make it 10-9. Yeah, he puts the black. Yeah, it didn't enter cleanly, but in pool, I normally like telling my friends, as long as the black has entered, even though it vibrates in between the pocket like 10 times, as long as it enters. All of you who are watching right now, players or not, or just fans, but mostly players, I think you can imagine what Habib is going through right now. He probably had a healthy lead, and he's seeing Musiraamu chop it a bit. So it helps that he has broken right now and potted a ball. If I were the one, I would definitely go for yellows. So it's a matter of picking a pattern and sticking with it, as long as you play good white movement. As we can all see, there is really not much that Habib should worry about. Some pool players would have begun with the yellow that was, how should I position it? The farthest yellow, the yellow inside the bulk line where we break from. Some people would have begun with that yellow, but he saw that maybe if he began with that, the white would push the other yellow towards the cushion. So he opted to change his route midway the game. So there are many ways you can play this. he can play a slight follow, a stun run through, as the English like calling it, such that he gets a white for the yellow that he can put in center. Yeah, yes. Oh, he tried to play the stun run through, but he missed the target by just a millimeters. I'm pretty sure when Musiraamu was seated in the chair, he probably entertained the thought of not coming back. However, as you may notice, with how Musiraamu has just played this shot, he slightly cut it. He slightly just cut it, but the red failed to drop in, which shows you the nature of the cloth that this table has right now. I'm a regular at this bar, and I can tell you for a fact that these tables have just been worked on. So the table they are playing on right now has quite a slow cloth, and that's why you see Musiraamu, much as the red ball was very near the pocket, it still failed to drop in. Much as he cut it so slightly, on most tables maybe it would have dropped in. And I can tell you, when Habib saw that the red did not drop, he was so happy to get another opportunity to come back. Taking the gap back to 2 games, he can breathe a sigh of relief for a moment. As we wait for frame 21, Habib has called a timeout. Clearly the pressure was building up. As we see Musiraamu trying to loosen up his arms a little bit more. That shot he just played was with a bit of frustration. I think he's trying to forget the red that he failed to cut into the middle pocket. Let's wait for the players to get back, and I'll be back as well.
Love it. I'm going to finish commenting. I'm going to comment. Paka Chobe tells me that he wants to come back. Yeah, this is my first time actually. First time. Like a minus 4 has gotten. Should I cash out? Should I cash out? This one 17 has brought. Yes. Sweden minus 40. Let me refresh and show. So should I cash out and I remain with 17? Yeah. That I used 150. Yes. Wait, I put 3 games, all of them handicapped. I'm getting 3.5 from 1K. 3 games? Yes, 3 games. You see? Basically, when you see the score, that's Sweden has won. If you remove 4 games, they still win. Because I can't calculate. If you remove 4 goals from Sweden, they still win the game. That's what handicap means. Sweden minus 4 means 5 minus 4 equals 1. So if you need to remove 4 goals right now, it's now the Switzerland and Kosovo, but I'm not sure.
Again, handicap.
Handicap, all of them. So should I remove you cash out?
Yes, so we're back. Musiraamu broke, and he has closed with a relatively long pot. And in his mind, he has one thing, which is to make sure that Habib doesn't come back. Now, the tricky thing here is which order is he going to take, because the only tricky yellow on the table is the one closest to the black. There's only one way to come at it, and that is from the side that the black is closest to. Because the pocket that the black is closest to, the yellow does not go there. So he needs to work out. Ideally, he wanted to be straight in on that yellow, whereby he would follow and then deal with that yellow that is closest to the black. So he's going to go with, he had to go with that center, then go with the next center, and then get in a straight yellow to the corner pocket with a follow shot, such that he could now put the yellow in the opposite corner pocket. But now he has given Habib a chance to come back, and now Habib also has a few options. If I were the one, I would first go down and deal with the balls that are down, which he tried to do, but yeah, sometimes cushion balls, you need to concentrate on them a little bit more, because it is either the ball is straight down into the pocket, or it doesn't go in at all. Yeah, the yellow ball almost did what the red ball did in the previous frame. Almost deciding to hang up before it enters the pocket, and he would have awarded Habib 2 shots. Now he has gotten the right angle and is going to play a follow, which may or may not touch the black, but it has no consequence. It touched the black but positioned it even better, and now this is a simple roll of the white to make it a 1 difference game right now, a 1 game difference. At the level these two are at, personally, I may not be able to concretely say that this one is better than the other, but at the level they are at, it takes just 1 mistake, just like in the previous frame, and your opponent comes back to the table. A mistake does not have to be potting the white. It can be failing to pot a ball on the break, or it can be just missing a ball and giving your opponent a second visit to the table. But one thing I know about Habib is that he's a student of the game, and whenever he comes up with challenges during battles or during matches, more so the break, being a student of the game, he pays a lot of attention to the break. So personally, I know that Habib has multiple breaks that he can employ in case things are not going his way. In other words, what I'm saying is that it is very hard for Habib to have dry breaks one after the other. It's possible. It happens to everyone, just like it happened to Caesar when he was battling Eden here at this very venue. But one thing Habib prides himself is the basics of the game. He prides himself in the basics of the game, having the basics of the game at his fingertips. And his break is one of his, if not his strongest point. But unfortunately, he has fouled. You can attribute that to the pressure. Having the kind of white that is just in front of your opponent's ball, when you add on the pressure, it generates a miscue, a slip of the cue. And most players, when they do that, their first reaction is to look at their tip and either go and roughen it up a bit with sandpaper, or choke a little bit more with a little bit of exaggeration as a coping mechanism to the 2 shots that they have just awarded their opponent. Musiraamu fails to seal the game with this visit, but he will take that any day, as will most players. Most pool players will take their ball covering the pocket any day, as opposed to it may be hitting the jaws of the pocket and leaving the pocket barely wide open. So because his red has stayed in the pocket, Habib has a lot to think about. Making this frame not as straightforward as he would like it. He needs that white to roll a little bit more. I don't think it has rolled to where he wanted it ideally. He's now forced to change strategy. Let's see what he comes up with here. Is he sending it down? He's sending it down, but yeah, those are not the kind of shots that you want under pressure. It's a blind pocket. Musiraamu has played a good shot there. I'm forgetting the terms that the English use. But these small moments during matches are what pool players depend on to gain confidence. So with the misses that Habib has just made, it is slowly giving Musiraamu a little bit more confidence. Let's see if he can put this long range ball. Yes. And now he just needs to keep steady. No latent movement of the body, and cue as straight as he possibly can. Yeah, these are the things that happen during pole games. I'm pretty sure now he's telling himself, why didn't I take a little bit more time? Center pockets are not that easy during pressure. Those are just some of the things those are the reactions that we have internally within us when we make such misses. And now Habib has to capitalize by all means. Musiraamu is breathing hot down his neck. He cannot afford a slip up. Yeah, there were a couple of ways of clearing these last three balls. He opted for the long range one with a drawback. Most people would have played the red that he's going on right now and settle for two centers. But he trusts his long potting, and he can almost see the finish line to increase the gap by one more game to a scoreline of 12-10. He also needs to keep his nerves down. These are the kinds of games that punish your opponents psychologically. And just like I said, he had to also concentrate on this shot, because ideally he wanted to be straight in. But when you add in the pressure of knowing that his opponent is just one game behind, and then you do not land as straight as you possibly wanted to, yeah, those are some of the things that can happen. You could have potted it 9 out of 10 times any day, or even 10 out of 10 times. But this is one of those times whereby there are so many unnecessary ingredients that can affect your potting confidence, even on such a ball. So yeah, the pendulum looks like it is swinging. In favor of Musiraamu. However, he has broken dry, and now this is where the experience of Habib comes in. And all of you who are watching, some of you who are pool players, some of you who are pool players have been in situations like this where you're given an opportunity to close out a game, and then just like Habib did, you fail to in this fashion, which is painful. Trust me, I've been there as well. But what counts is how you respond. Because at the end of the day, if you fail to respond and allow yourself to dig a deeper hole, a hole of lost confidence. Yeah, you end up losing the match. So as you can see what I mean when I said earlier that Habib has experience. He has just given away such a game, but he started with a connection because he favored yellow. I'm not sure about that because the black is in a tricky area basically. So he has some work to do. All his balls are easily portable. It is just the pattern that he needs to take. And I dare say that it is quite a specific pattern from his 7th yellow ball getting position for the black. The black has 2 pockets. Depending on how you look at it. It has the center pocket and it has 1 corner pocket on the far end of the table. But if he so chooses, and if he gets the white, he can play a follow shot. He can follow the black into the pocket that the red, into the pocket that is covered by the red on the table. I don't know if it also goes the other side, in the pocket opposite, the one that is covered by the red, but I see him digging in, which means he's going straight down. The best percentage shot is going straight down and playing at medium pocket speed. But he did not cue that as straight as he had wanted to. And with where he has left the black, it is leaving Musiraamu with a bucket load of options. Depending on how he's feeling, he can attack the game. But I have a feeling that he wants to play safe. The only bad red ball that was on the table, that is on the table right now anyway, is the one that is on the cushion, the long cushion. And with where he left the whites, it was quite difficult for Habib to get out of there, to escape out of there. But surely he has to attack the game from here, regardless of where the black is, simply because, and this is my view anyway, usually when you have a table like this, like what Musiraamu has, you do not want to get roped up in over snookering, because what happens is you may give your opponent multiple chances to come to the table, and the one opportunity that he escapes your snooker, he can play a lucky shot and pot the black. So Musiraamu feels like he's not yet ready to attack the game at once. Understandably, the black is not in a good position. He has played the better percentage shot. From where I'm seated, it doesn't seem like Habib has a pocket that the black enters straightforwardly. But This game is very funny. And now, if Musiraamu doesn't attack the game from here, he will have himself to blame if he doesn't finish up. He may go, he has very many options anyway. So he has gone for the 2 balls that are down. Now he has to be careful here. He may play with bottom left. He doesn't want to snooker himself, but he's going to cut the red ball in the center, and the white may have to move a bit. Depending on how he plays it anyway, he may play a drag shot, and it just straightens. Or he may play a normal shot like that and leave him straight down into the corner pocket. And usually this is where momentum swings. In some matches, whereby all you need is just a sniff of getting ahead. And now Habib's experience has to come into play even now, even more, now more than ever. At one point it was 10-7. He made it 11-9. And now, as you can see, it is 12-11. But there are still more frames to play. I'm pretty sure that is what he's telling himself. You know, such that he remains level-headed. The last thing he wants is to be his own worst enemy. As we all know, pool is a very mentally engaging game. A lot of mental toughness is needed the majority of the time. There's a lot of psychology at play here. So it is in Habib's interest to keep it together. Although having said that, a dry break doesn't help matters. And with Musiraamu having just gone in front, he needs to capitalize even more. And increase the gap to 2 games. Which if he does, it will be interesting to see how Habib handles the pressure of chasing the game. Musiraamu has missed this center ball simply because he wanted to open the yellow, which he did anyway. But it has given Habib a chance to even up the game once again. And Musiraamu has to just pray that Habib gives him one more chance. There are 2 clusters on the table. One is along the center line, close to the center line, and one he has just dealt with. Maybe the white has not ended up in a favorable position. It has left him with balls to pot, but the white is going to move around the table. And now he has given Musiraamu an opportunity to come back to the table, but it's not an easy one with where he has left the white. So Musiraamu opts to play a defensive shot, an attacking defensive shot, as I like to call it personally, whereby you attack the pot, but bearing in mind that there's a possibility of you actually not potting. And it has worked in his favor. I believe it was the shot. This is the kind of shot that Habib had to take a little bit of time on. because it wasn't a guarantee that he would remove the yellow and leave his red ball in a favorable position. So he may draw back. Nicely done. And now the pattern has become a little bit more straightforward for us all who are watching. He's going to put that one right now. With where he has left the white, he has to go long for the long ball. He's so attacking, as many of you may have noticed. So he has to screw back. Such that his white lands in a way that he can slowly put the black in the center. But he's opting for a reverse bank shot. Some of you may think it's aggressive, but when you're playing in the moment, you go with what you feel will give you the greatest chance of clearing up. But then again, a reverse bank is not particularly a high percentage shot. And now he has given Habib a chance, so he has to put this red into the corner pocket and give himself a straight in red. Depending on how he's feeling, he may either follow one of the reds into the corner pocket, or he may draw back. At this point, you just have to make sure of the pot. And from here, I would put my house that that he would not mess up from here. He makes it 12-12. I came into this arena at 10-7, but by the looks of things, Habib has the majority of the funds. For those of you who may not know, he's the captain of the Uganda pool team. And it would make sense why he has most of the funds right now in the arena. So this battle is proving to be tight. Players are giving each other chances in courts anyway. Just when the other one thinks he's not coming back to the table, his opponent fails to capitalize. But I think that was one mistake too many from Musiraamu. And now he just has to forget that frame. In the pool world, we call that short-term memory. And yeah, he has to move forward. There's still enough pool to play. And it's about who will capitalize on the chances they're given. So on the break, he potted one red ball. And he decides to go yellows. This is the second time he's playing a delicate shot towards the center pocket. Surely by now he has realized that the cloth is not as fast as he would want it to be. So Let's see how he takes on these balls. He's taking a bit of his time. Because he has had multiple chances to pull away from Habib, but he never capitalized. So now he has to draw back, and knowing him, he may put in reverse side. So my prediction was right. And many of you who are watching probably would have predicted as much. So what matters is that after his 7th yellow ball, he avoids a bit of traffic and leaves himself with a favorable white to pot the black. He failed to avoid the traffic. He didn't widen the angle as much as he should have. But what matters is that he has left himself with a chance to pot the black. And at the bare minimum, he has to ensure that he doesn't pot the white or fail to miss. So he makes it 13-12. So we're drawing closer to the finish mark. And now it is about, for starters anyway, it is about breaking and making sure you make a ball on the break, and you start from there. Temperatures are rising. Let's see Habib's break. Anyway, earlier I said that Habib prides himself on the break, but it happens to any pool player that on a given day you can have more dry breaks than you would want. I don't know that he will change it in the frames that are ahead. But Musiraamu closes with red. Ladies and gentlemen, where there is alcohol, there is bound to be a bit of someone in the crowd has said pressure. Who knows, maybe one of those guys staked on maybe one of the guys who has poured the beer staked on one of their players, probably one of his players. Maybe his player is the one that is under the gun. Maybe he has interest in this battle. Side bets are not a stranger to this game. Or rather, this game is no stranger to side bets. But with the balls that Musiraamu has taken, as we have seen, he has left himself snookered, ultimately giving a chance to Habib to come back to the table. The only bad yellow ball on the table is the one that is rested on the cushion. But yeah, let's see how Habib takes on these balls. He has decided to play a containing shot to buy himself some more time, increasing the length of the frame. But who knows, maybe Musiraamu, with his attacking nature, is going to go for the affected ball right now, which he does, which kind of shows you where his head at is right now.
Omukulu, walaba kapulu akanyuma.
And he plays a wonderful position shot. He can't miss the block from here. And now he pulls away by 2 frames. And me, who is on ground, can tell you for a fact that the place has gone a little bit quiet. Everyone can feel the finish line coming closer. But the place seems to have less Musiraamu fans and more Habib fans. I think Musiraamu is thanking the pool gods that he potted the black on the break, because he had broken dry had the black stayed up. So if I were in his place right now, I would be telling myself maybe to just tweak my break a little bit, such that I get the same spread but at least pot a ball. And he does at the last moment. He puts a yellow. And to be honest, red looks better than yellow. But let's see in which order first of all, which color he takes. Honestly, any color can be taken here, but depending on where you are mentally and what looks easier to you, you decide to choose the other color. Let me just put it that way. So he has decided to take the color that will give him a better chance of closing the table. And from where I'm seated, the only problem balls are the 2 yellow balls that are closest to the center pocket. So now it looks like he may go long first. I would go long first anyway, but maybe he's going to play that one in center with spin on the white to go forward. So now all that is left with is to keep steady. The yellow just wipes its feet into the pocket and enters. Now he just needs to roll. And now he has left himself with a potable yellow, but he has some work to put on the white. A very attacking shot would be to draw back the white into the red ball that's just above the black, but he has opted to play He looks like he's just going to roll it a bit. But he has left himself both with distance and quite the extreme cut, considering the circumstances that he's under. But it's one of those cuts that we like to show off to our friends that we can do. And he pump fists his way to a victory. Yeah. I thought it was a race to 16, apologies, but it is a race to 15. It has been a race to 15, yeah.